Welcome to Gyan Ganga quiz. Let's see how many can you guess right today from Sea Animals quiz. Which sea creature has 3 hearts and blue blood? Octopuses use 3 hearts to pump copper-based hemocyanin blood, which efficiently transports oxygen in cold, low-oxygen deep ocean environments. What is the largest shark species currently alive? The whale shark is a massive filter-feeding giant that can grow up to 40 feet long, making it the largest fish currently alive. How do sea otters avoid drifting away while sleeping? Sea otters wrap themselves in giant kelp forests to act as a natural anchor against strong ocean currents while they sleep. Where does the male seahorse carry its developing eggs? Seahorses are unique because the biological male possesses a specialized ventral brood pouch where he fertilizes and carries eggs provided by females. Why do whales breach or jump out of the water? Whales breach to dislodge itchy barnacles and parasites from their skin, while also using the loud splash for long-distance acoustic communication. Which marine mammal is called the unicorn of the sea? The narwhal is famous for its long, spiral tusk, which is actually an elongated upper left canine tooth used for sensing. What type of animal is a Portuguese man-o-war? This creature is a siphonophore, meaning it is not a single animal but a colony of specialized organisms working together biologically. How many arms does a typical squid have in total? Squids possess 8 shorter arms and 2 longer feeding tentacles, distinguished by suckers only at the ends of the longer pair. Who is the primary predator of the adult great white? Orcas are apex predators that have been observed hunting great white sharks specifically to consume their nutrient-rich, oily livers in nature. When do sea turtles come ashore to lay their eggs? Female sea turtles usually emerge from the ocean at night to lay eggs to avoid predators in the dehydrating heat. Which sea animal is the slowest fish in the world? Seahorses are incredibly slow-swimming marine fish that move vertically using a tiny dorsal fin, making them the slowest fish recorded in oceans. What material makes up a shark's entire skeleton? Sharks belong to the class Chondrichthyes, meaning their skeletons are made of lightweight, flexible cartilage rather than heavy mineralized bone structures. How does a pufferfish defend itself from predators? Pufferfish quickly ingest large amounts of water to inflate their elastic stomachs, turning into a spiky ball that is hard to swallow. Which creature is the largest animal to ever live? The blue whale is the largest animal ever, reaching lengths of 100 feet and weighing significantly more than any prehistoric dinosaur. Why do clownfish live in stinging anemone tentacles? Clownfish have a protective mucus layer that prevents anemone stings, allowing them to hide safely from predators within the stinging tentacles. What is the primary diet of the massive manta ray? Manta rays are filter feeders that use cephalic fins to channel water and tiny plankton into their wide mouths while swimming. Who has the largest eyes in the animal kingdom? The colossal squid has eyes as large as soccer balls to detect faint bioluminescent light in the pitch-black depths of the ocean. Which fish can climb trees and breathe on land? Mudskippers are amphibious fish that use their pectoral fins to walk on land and can breathe through their skin and mouth linings. Where do emperor penguins spend most of their lives? Although they breed on ice, emperor penguins spend about 80% of their lives hunting in the cold waters surrounding Antarctica. How do dolphins locate prey in murky water? Dolphins emit high-frequency sound clicks that bounce off objects, allowing them to create a detailed acoustic map of their underwater surroundings. Which sea animal has the ability to regenerate arms? Sea stars can regenerate lost limbs and, in some species, a single severed arm can grow back into a complete new individual. What is the purpose of a lionfish's bright spines? The bright stripes and long spines of the lionfish serve as a warning of their potent venom to any potential reef predators. Who has the most powerful bite in the ocean? Great white sharks have one of the strongest measured bite forces, though some larger whales can exert massive pressure through sheer jaw size. Why do parrotfish produce a mucus bubble at night? Parrotfish sleep inside a transparent mucus cocoon that masks their scent from nocturnal predators like moray eels searching for a meal. Which animal is responsible for building coral reefs? Coral reefs are built by tiny calcium carbonate secreting animals called polyps, which live in massive colonies to form huge underwater structures. What is the longest lived vertebrate known to science? Greenland sharks can live for over 400 years, maturing very slowly in the cold, deep waters of the Arctic and North Atlantic. How many volts can an electric eel generate? Electric eels utilize specialized electrocyte cells to produce massive shocks that can exceed 800 volts to paralyze prey and deter enemies. Which jellyfish species is biologically immortal? This unique jellyfish can revert its cells back to a polyp state after reaching maturity, effectively restarting its entire life cycle indefinitely. Where are the taste buds of a catfish located? Catfish have taste receptors covering their entire skin, allowing them to detect chemical signals from prey in dark or muddy water easily. What color is the skin of a polar bear underneath? Polar bears have black skin underneath their fur to absorb as much heat as possible from the sun in freezing Arctic climates. Which marine animal has the thickest fur? Sea otters lack blubber and rely on extremely dense fur, with up to 1 million hairs per square inch, for insulation and warmth. Why do sharks never run out of teeth? Sharks have rows of backup teeth that move forward like a conveyor belt to replace any teeth lost during hunting or feeding. Who is the fastest swimming fish in the world? The sailfish is the fastest fish, capable of reaching speeds over 68 miles thanks to its streamlined body and sail. What is the only natural enemy of the box jellyfish? Sea turtles are mostly immune to jellyfish stings and regularly consume highly venomous box jellyfish as a primary part of their diet. How does a male anglerfish live after mating? Male anglerfish are much smaller and physically fuse their bodies to the female, becoming a permanent parasite that shares her blood and nutrients. Which seabird can fly underwater to chase fish? Puffins use their wings to effectively fly through the water, reaching significant depths to catch small fish like sand eels for food. What is the largest turtle species in the ocean? The leatherback sea turtle is the largest, lacking a hard shell and instead possessing a thick, leathery skin that allows for deep diving. Why must manatees live in warm tropical waters? Despite their large size, manatees have low metabolic rates and very little body fat, making them susceptible to cold stress in chilly water. Where do flying fish go when they jump out? Flying fish use their enlarged pectoral fins to glide for long distances above the water surface to escape fast underwater predators like tuna. Which animal is the most venomous fish on Earth? The stonefish is perfectly camouflaged as a rock and possesses dorsal spines that inject a highly toxic venom which can be fatal to humans. What is the primary diet of the blue whale? Despite being the largest animal, blue whales feed almost exclusively on tiny shrimp-like crustaceans called krill, eating millions using baleen. How do crabs walk across the ocean floor? The joints in a crab's legs only bend outwards, making it more efficient and faster for them to walk sideways rather than forward. Who is the loudest animal in the world's oceans? Sperm whales produce clicking sounds that can reach 230 decibels, making them the loudest biological noises in the ocean. Which shellfish can change gender several times? Oysters are protandric, meaning they usually start life as males and can change to females and back depending on the surrounding environment. Why do sea lions have external ear flaps? Sea lions belong to the eared seal family, having external ear flaps that distinguish them from true seals, which have only ear holes. What is the smallest whale species in the world? The vaquita is the smallest and most endangered porpoise, found only in the northern Gulf of California, measuring about 5 feet long in adulthood. Who has a jaw that snaps forward to catch prey? The goblin shark has a highly specialized jaw attached to elastic ligaments that can snap forward to grab prey at a great distance. When do humpback whales sing their famous songs? Male humpback whales sing complex, long-lasting songs primarily during the breeding season to attract females and communicate with other males underwater. Which marine animal has the strongest punch? The mantis shrimp can strike with the force of a bullet, moving its clubs fast enough to create cavitation bubbles and heat. What is the mere sensory organ on a fish's body? The lateral line is a system of sensory organs that allows fish to detect vibrations, pressure changes, and movement in the surrounding water. May God bless you with peace, good health, and happiness. Stay blessed and protected. Thank you.